Well, as you mentioned, JICA underwent a reorganization in 2008, and we adopted a new vision entitled Inclusive and Dynamic Development. But our activities are guided by Japanese government policy on international development assistance. And this policy of international development assistance emphasized 4 important areas. One is poverty reduction, the second is sustainable economic growth, and the third is important global issues including climate change. And the fourth is peace building. And JICA is combining various schemes including technical cooperation, grant aid, and concessional loans to improve the conditions of life in the developing world, mainly on these 4 areas. The Philippines has been one of the long-standing and most important partners for Japan's international development cooperation. We covered various areas, as you mentioned. We think we have contributed a great deal to the enhancement of infrastructure, roads, ports, and water supply facilities, as well as airport terminals. And we also emphasize the importance of enhancement of the condition of health and education. And recently, we are paying more attention to contribute to making the Filipino society more resilient to such things like natural disasters. Recently, we consider making societies as resilient as possible to natural disasters quite important. And so in the aftermath of the typhoon Yolanda, we sent our emergency medical team immediately. And then when the phase of immediate emergency assistance ends, we started without gap the urgent development studies to cope with the aftermath of the typhoon and to cope with the necessity of reconstruction. And also Japan provides a program grant loan for the sake of making reconstruction moving more effectively. And so we would like to continue our efforts as seamless as possible from the beginning of emergency reaction to the long-term reconstruction. But we believe it is important to deal with short-term measures, but also we need to address the importance of long-term planning to make the society as a whole resilient to natural disasters. So in our current efforts in collaboration with the government of the Philippines is to build back better the situation, not simply reconstruct, to make it back to the original conditions, but to make it much better. And in order to do that, we would like to maximally use our know-how and experiences which we accumulated in Japan. Well, first, I am very happy that a conference for the peace building in Bangsamoro was just opened this morning. And with the participation of the leaders of MILF as well as the leaders of the Filipino governments. JICA has been engaged in the peace-building efforts in Mindanao since 2006. It is our great joy to observe that the peace process is proceeding toward the lasting peace, as indicated by the recent signing of a comprehensive agreement on Bangsamoro. So from our perspective, the challenges ahead include establishing a effective transitional government to leading to the establishment of the stable Bangsamoro government after the election of 2016. And in order to secure the stable transition and to create a better governance structure, we consider capacity building very important. And in that respect, with the collaboration of Hiroshima University, it is a great pleasure to welcome the talented people from Bangsamoro area to participate in our training programs. I believe they will constitute the core of the human resources to create better governance structure in Bangsamoro. Over the last several years, we have conducted projects for the improvement of social economic conditions in the Bangsamoro area under the name of J-Bird. And J-Bird projects are comprehensive in its scope to give benefits to as many people as possible in the region, regardless of the area of control by the government or the MILF. And we believe our efforts have enhanced the living conditions of the people in both areas, which we believe had become a basis on which the government and the MILF have come to an agreement for creating the lasting peace. And so based on our experiences, we would like to continue similar efforts to give hope to the people in Bangsamoro that a future should certainly become much better than now. Well, this is, I think, a very important roadmap for the future of the Philippines, particularly those people who are living in the metropolitan Manila area. As the current conditions goes and as the economy grows, it seems inevitable that the Metro Manila region would become huge in terms of population, and the demand of transportation will become much bigger than now. And this, unless planned very carefully in a long view, then the urban condition might become worse than now. And so we are happy to participate in the project of drawing a long-term roadmap for the Metro Manila area. And this, I think, under this roadmap, I believe that the Filipino government is going to make necessary plans to tackle with the glowing urban areas. But in aligning with this efforts of the Filipino governments, JICA is ready to participate in some of the activities. We just started preparatory feasibility study on north-south commuter rails. I believe this introduction of fairly large-scale commuter system is important because unless the Manila has more system of mass transit, the traffic conditions could become worse. And so we hope in cooperation with the government of the Philippines, in accordance with the roadmap, we would like to make systematic efforts to resolve the growing urban problems. President Aquino has achieved a great deal in his economic policy, as well as his policy to bring peace to Mindanao. And those achievements are quite impressive. And the current economic growth is one of the best in Asia. And there are a good prospect of continuation of such growth. And in that respect, I believe President Aquino has conducted a very wise and positive and active policies. And so we are happy as JICA, as an international development cooperation agency, is very happy to work with the government of Mr. Aquino. Japan had been helped by other countries, particularly since the end of the Second World War. Thanks to the help and support of various peoples of the world, we were able to make a very rapid rate of growth. And so from our viewpoint, it is now our turn to contribute to the betterment of the life of peoples throughout the world. And particularly, we would like to have good relations with our neighboring countries, like the Philippines. And this is good because we are neighbors. But it is also good because the rising living standard of the Philippines and rising living standard of the Southeast Asian countries means the expansion of market for the Japanese business. And so it is a good business sense too for us to extend international cooperation. And also, with the expansion of market, just like as we see in Mindanao, if we could solidify and consolidate peace, then we'll have a more peaceful neighborhood in Japan. That's very good for our security policy too.